Hi everyone, thanks for watching. This is the second video that I've got in recording my recovery and rehabilitation from a full Achilles rupture. So it's been about just over 3 weeks now since I've ruptured it, and yesterday I went in to see my doctor, and I've got the cast off, and now I'm in this moon boot for about another 5 weeks. So it's been 3 weeks in the cast, and then will be 5 weeks in this. It was meant to initially be 4 weeks in the cast. However, my doctor's actually going on leave next week, and he's told me, we're going to put you in the boot this week and keep it on for 5 weeks. I forgot to mention, my recovery in this recovering from Achilles rupture, the full Achilles rupture, I'm going with the non-operative route. So I decided not to go for the operation. Decided to let the body heal itself, all natural. Eat the right foods, recover, rest, and let the body do its work. So I guess during the first few days when I had the cast on, had the cast put on 48 hours after the injury, and no real pain, that sort of thing, but about, I'd say like 4 days after I've put the cast on, I could really feel that feeling of the blood rushing down to the injured leg. So pretty much my leg was elevated first week, 2 weeks, at all times, only when I needed to go to the bathroom, or pretty much that's it. I pretty much ate in the lounge or ate in my bed with my leg elevated. So once you get up after the leg being elevated for so long, you just feel that rush, that feeling of a blood rush, and then it's sort of intense pressure on the injured area. So I guess the injured area, I can't really. I'll show you on this side. So your Achilles is sort of like there, and intense pressure here, like with the cast on, like blood flowing. Just felt a bit of pain there. It wasn't pleasant at all, and I had to take some painkillers for that. Took some Advil, and that generally took one only at night, and that seemed to ease it. And actually, anytime I had to get up on the crutches and I did feel that pressure and pain, it was instantly relieved as soon as I elevated my leg on the pillows. And I had pillows pretty much to support here, my knee and my sort of hamstrings, and then put two pillows underneath my calf and Achilles, just to keep it elevated and comfortable. So that feeling wasn't pleasant at all, that feeling of blood rush, but it does go away. I think around the second week of having the cast on, gradually it started to go away. Every time you'd wake up in the morning, you'd sit on the edge of your bed, and it would be less and less each day, and then eventually it just stopped, and then it's sort of you'd feel a bit of pressure where your toes are, I guess, sort of with the cast on, but it gets better, trust me. After each day, you've just got to plug along those first few weeks. Lucky I've had NBA playoffs to keep me occupied, and Netflix, and reading a few books along the way, and I've tried to sort of eat healthy, eat all home cooked meals, and pretty much get your proteins, carbs, like healthy, a lot of vegetables and fruits, vitamin C, a lot of fruits, and I've been taking fish oil every day, 3 tablets a day, and and I've been taking turmeric tablets. I've read that it helps promote healing, I guess, with sort of tendons and that sort of thing. So I've been taking those sort of supplements, to help with my healing. I've been drinking a lot of water every day. I think I've drank around probably 3 liters. Not 3 liters. I don't know, a couple of liters a day anyway. Just whenever I have the chance, just glug glug. The biggest adjustment obviously you have to make, being one-legged, everything's seated, shower, toilet, Shower's real pain in the being seated and just like So pretty much when you're seated, when I was seated with the cast, you had to wrap the cast up and make sure it didn't get wet. And you'd climb into. I bought a stool just from Bunnings, and chucked that in the bath. And got in safely. Got pretty long arms, so I'm able to turn the knobs and shower, that sort of thing. It's just awkward, like you've got to lift. Yeah, and I bought a bath mat for in the tub, so if I did have to get up on one leg, I won't slide or slip, which of course, the biggest risk, I guess, of slipping in the house is the bathroom. I guess the kitchen as well, but the bathroom's the number one sort of area. It's really wet, it can get wet, so I was really conservative the first initial weeks, because actually during my first week, one time in the bathroom after a shower, I sort of dried myself, but then I didn't dry my legs and my good foot. And I just got up out of the bath, and I remember just sort of balancing there with one leg, like I've grabbed the sink to lift myself up, and then crutches are over there, and I've gotten on my crutches, but obviously my feet, I haven't dried my feet, and then I've sort of jumped, well not jumped, like I've sort of just, gone, and then, gone with the crutches, and I've slipped, and I just slipped and somehow managed to stop myself falling by like just holding onto the wall, and that was, about to swear there, that wasn't good, and that sort of gave me a wake-up call to be really conservative with my movements around the house and just using the crutches really slow and conservative. So that's the big thing about that. You've got to be careful using crutches. You don't want to injure yourself or anything. Again, like injure other parts of your body. So now I've got the boot on. The doctor checked after I got the cast out. It was such a relief, feeling that air on my leg again. It's nice and moist. I thought it was going to be dry, but maybe new technologies have avoided having dry skin. It was such a relief, to feel that air, and just like, the nurse started like feeling my calf sort of area, and I was like, it felt good, like, she was asking if it hurt. I think my leg was swollen a bit. Of course, it's been a cast for 3 weeks, and the doctor came in, had a look, bit of a touch around the Achilles area. It's still really raw, nice and tender, and he said, it's looking good. You can see a bit of shape forming there, because obviously when it happened, it was just, if you got, can I show you this? No, not flexible. Your Achilles, you've got your Achilles, and they sort of a bend, a curve sort of thing, if you've got, but obviously when I did when I ruptured my Achilles, it was, there's nothing there. It was just like sort of, skin dangling, not skin dangling, but it was like an empty spot there, like squishy. So now I guess you can see a bit of a groove. I was really, once they took the cast off and started like checking me yesterday, I was just like, don't shake me around too much. I was really worried for my leg. I didn't want to hurt it or anything, but he assured me, or the nurse and the doctor assured me, you can't. So pretty much they put a sock onto me. It's a sock from my foot up to here. That's to keep it, it's to keep the boot clean, because I guess I'm going to be sweating, that sort of thing. And they placed 4 wedges. They tried to put 3 wedges into the boot. So pretty much each wedge is about a centimeter. It's a centimeter, like sort of wedge, like something you'd put on the door, to stop the door from opening, that sort of thing. Anyway, they put 3 of those. So imagine 1 centimeter, so 3 centimeters towards my heel as a heel lift. So when you're getting your Achilles healed, your foot's got to be in, I think they call it equinus, which is your toes have got to be pointing downwards, because that brings the injured tendon together. So if your foot's sort of 90 degrees, your tendon's going to be like this. When you flex your foot downwards, so imagine your tendon's like that, but when you flex downwards with the foot, sort of, or that they sort of like close up. So that's what they want, you want your heel to be lifted these initial weeks with the cast and with the boot. So if you initially go to the ER or the doctor and they've put you in a 90 degree sort of flex, like just like as if, just 90, nah, like that. No, you got to be flexed down. So yeah, they put 3 wedges initially, and the nurse tried to put my heel. She's like, "Come on, like you told me to push my heel back, like into the wedge and into the back of the boot, and then I just couldn't. I felt a slight bit of pain, but it wasn't comfortable, and I couldn't work out if it was pain from my Achilles, or from the heel area, or the Achilles, or was it from like lack of flexibility in my ankle, because my foot's been flexed for 3 weeks, and obviously you would have lost. Well, I haven't been using it. It's been non-weight bearing, so obviously the muscles around my ankle might be weak, and I think I was like trying to think, trying to feel, where was that pain coming from? And I did tell the nurse, it's more from the left side of my my ankle. It's really stiff and just in pain. So I was like, no, I didn't know at the time. Sort of afterwards, it came across me. I'm like, oh, it wasn't coming from the back. It was coming from the left side. And I was like, no, I don't want to risk. I just didn't want to do anything that wasn't comfortable. So she asked the doctor, and he was like, yeah, just put four wedges in. So I've got 4 wedges in, and he explained to me to take 1 wedge out each week. So eventually by the 4th week, take that out, begin at this position, like heel lifted, and then slowly, each week you've always got to stretch a bit, like the foot, it's going to be a bit stiff, that sort of thing. Might take painkillers, but yeah, eventually by the 4th week your foot will be sort of at that right angle, and still within the boot. And he's told me, like, he said to me yesterday, he's like, oh, well, you'll be fine, like within 2 days, like of having the boot, you could be non-weight bearing. You could be weight bearing, within 2 days. And then I'm just like, oh, like no crutches, you mean, walking around? And he's like, yeah, you'll be, you feel it out, you'll be right. And I'm like, oh, nah, I don't think so. But yeah, I'm aiming to be sort of partial weight bearing probably by this weekend maybe. I've tried a bit at home to sort of, I guess, with the crutches, I've tried to sort of step on the boot a bit with holding the crutches, and then sort of let a little bit of pressure go onto that injured leg, and it has sort of, I've been able to stand a bit, like with the crutches, like put a bit of pressure on that. So I think as the week goes, and as I get used to the boot, and I get used to, I guess, putting pressure back on my leg, I will start to do partial weight bearing, and then eventually, by next, so I've still got 5 days. I'll take the wedge out, and then I'll put my heel at a lower angle. So that's the plan at the moment. I've been just reading a lot of I guess other people's experiences of this injury online. I've been following and subscribing to a lot of YouTubers that have gone through the same process, non-operative route, and that's been really helpful, like seeing their experiences and being quite similar to myself, in the weeks that have gone by. So that's been really helpful, and just so I get an idea that that I'm going on the right track, that sort of thing. I do plan to. My doctor hasn't really given me any protocol, like to do any sort of range of motion movements, but once I start to do partial weight bearing and I'm feeling comfortable, I will take my boot off to do range of motion exercises. So start at that equinus position, and I won't go above that 90 degree. I'll just go, because I've seen a lot of people on YouTube do that when they've undertaken non-operative route. So they'll be at that position, take the boot off, and then they'll do exercise just to not flex too much, just up a bit, down, up, down, and then even so you up, down, do that a few times a day, and then side to side, get the range of motion. And obviously pretty keen to start physio and rehabilitating the whole area, but that can only be done once the boot's off completely. So another 5 weeks of that, and that will bring me, after the 5 weeks, that's the 8-week mark of since I would have ruptured the Achilles. So then that seems to be the common protocol. After 8 weeks, sort of in a cast and boot, you can begin your physio. So pretty keen to start that. I guess is that all? That's all I wanted to give you guys today. A bit of an update of what I've been up to. So this is week 3, heading into week 4 in 3 or 4 days. So yeah, I'll probably plan to release a video once I start to partial weight bear again with 2 crutches and with the 1 crutch, and I'd like to show everyone like how that goes along. So yeah, at the moment I'm just sort of, where are we? Bear with me. Oops. Yeah, got the boot, beautiful, using 2 crutches. And I forgot to mention, based on advice from people I've watched on YouTube, just going to quickly show you. Oh, bugger. Because the boot is you're elevated quite a bit off the ground. I've bought this to put on my shoe. It's called a even up thing. You pretty much place that around your shoe and it lifts you up, so pretty much I'm level with the boot, and that's gives you quite a bit of comfort, so you're not sort of, so if I do stand late, when I do stand later on the boot, I'm not going to be like this side lifted and I'll be down, I'll be balanced. So yeah, that's a good little thing I bought based on advice I've received watching videos and finding out for myself. I just got this off eBay for about, I think it was, $40 Australian dollars. So thought it'd be quite handy. It's actually quite useful at the moment, going around the house, that sort of thing. So that's all I wanted to say this week, week 3, and I'll post a video once again when I start doing partial weight bearing. Oh, excuse me, my hair's going all over the place. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Thanks guys, see you later.